Hello, Mr. Hauser. Nice to talk to you yesterday. So this is USP data, and this is the opening screen where you can download reports and create mailing lists and download spreadsheet data of the reports that you're interested in. But what you're trying to do is find a company. So you go to the search, and the idea here is that you're doing a search with financial, geographic, keyword, sector and shareholder criteria combinations, which you assemble here to get to a target group. And then from there, you can either create a report out of that, you can pop them into the CRM for adding additional information and so on, and monitoring contacts. Or you can export the bits of data you want using the template system through the list view. So I'll show you how this would work with your example. So you're saying turnover between 50 and 500 million. So you could actually use the reported turnover for that, because 50 million, I'm going to use this in pounds because all the data is in pounds. You've indicated dollars, but I'm going to use pounds here just for the purposes of illustration. So you can put in a max and min. So I'm going to put in 500 M for million, 50 to 500. That's the range that I want, and if I move that across, then it works out here how many records on the database are within that that range. Okay, so the next criteria was that they're involved in manufacturing. So we're going to use SIC codes for this. You could use, depending on the type of manufacturing you're looking for, you could pick out. I mean, if you were looking for, I don't know, architectural ironmongers or something, people who made door furniture, that sort of thing. So you could pick out specifics. But if you're just wanting a generic manufacturing, then there is a super sector on the SIC tab, which is manufacturing. So if I pick that, 145,000 firms, 16,000 intersection there. So there's 1,449, it says here, in that intersection there. So this is showing the two criteria that I've got so far. And then the third one is owner managed. For this, you would use a shareholder proxy, and basically an owner managed company will have an individual as the person of significant control. So that person will have an age, and if I say, well, I want anybody, so age greater than 20, who is the person of significant control for that company. So that is a proxy for saying I want individually owned rather than company owned, because the company will not have an age. And what it'll do is it'll work out how many companies are on the database that have at least one personal shareholder, and then it will adjust these figures to reflect the totals based on being a subgroup of that. So we're down to 39 companies for companies that have both between 50 and 500 and are personally owned in manufacturing. And you can look at those companies here by double clicking on the target icon, and you could go down through these companies, and you can drill down into the detail of the company, and you can get the full details on the company, including the ownership, the directors, and the latest financials and so on. So there basically aren't very many companies, in fact, that are meeting those criteria. But you would expect that, because you're looking for big companies, and they typically are part of a group, or they're owned or public companies or whatever. But that's what you would do. And then once you've got that group, as I say, you can create a report out of them. You can put them into the CRM, or if I can put them back into the list view, you can choose to export. So the list view is a view depending on which template you have selected. So I've selected, these are a series of templates that I've created, what I'm currently using the one that I've created for companies. But if I wanted the shareholder home address, so I've created one here. So that gives me then the shareholder home address for the various companies, and then you can export that here, and it creates a file which you can download and put into your own CRM, or else use to create the email database. But in terms of acquisitions, what we found works best actually is writing to the shareholder main home address, or on file address, shall we say. Okay, so that's how it would work, and I should mention that the template you can set up with any of these things. So you could pick other details. You could write to the registered address, you could write to the main trading address. I've chosen ones here that you can write to, and you can write to, depending on how what you set this to, you can write to how many directors you want for each company. So you can export whatever you like by just creating a template and then using that template to view the data and then export it. Okay, so I'm going to send you this video and obviously the link to the other demo videos and the sample reports and so on, and you'll get a feel for what the product's about, and hopefully you'll be able to see that it does or doesn't do what you're trying to achieve. Thanks for your time.